We have just finished over 25 free video tutorials on the beautiful Husqvarna Viking Onyx 25 sewing machine. And I am going to give you some of my thoughts and my favorite features of this machine. And there is a link in the description below where you can binge watch all the tutorials from the very beginning. So we go through all the dials, all the stitches, all the how to get to the stitches in length and the stretch stitches, and then the second group of stretch stitches. We even do how to do free motion quilting, how to use a twin needle. So we cover a lot of ground and how to take care of this machine. We're talking about cleaning and maintenance, which is actually super easy. But some of the things that I am in love with this machine, okay, I know not everybody loves to do buttonholes, but when you have a one-step buttonhole on this machine, it's just a stitch, you turn it, and there's a foot, you put the button in so it does the perfect length every time. That is one that really makes it easy on this machine. Next, the quarter-inch foot is actually an included foot. You don't have to buy this separate, and we do show you how to get your perfect quarter-inch stitch. We give you some tips about which needles you should be using, which thread you should be using, how to get a scant quarter-inch. Those are all things that we get asked quite a bit about when somebody gets a brand new machine. But it is nice that when I do see this foot included, I feel that the manufacturers are keeping their eyes out and taking care of us quilters along the way. Speaking of quilting, I do love the quilting stitches. There's a whole handful of decorative stitches, which I do love and feature in our Husqvarna Viking Stitching Cosmos online course. That quilt in the background is every block is a separate technique and a separate lesson. So if you're interested in learning more about this machine, you can do that entire quilt with the decorative stitches that this machine has. And I know people are like, but I don't have very many. Bill, we talk about making a stitch book. We also have free videos of the Stitching Cosmos course to see if that course is right for you. And again, links to that information you can find in the description below. I'd love to see you in one of our online courses in the future. We also have a needle threader on this machine, and throughout these videos I've been changing threads or adding new ones, and it's just so nice to have a built on board needle threader. We show you exactly how to use it and the tricks that go into it. And all the free video tutorials are going to make it so much easier to learn this machine, so I hope you'll take advantage of having them. Yes, they do stay on YouTube. They never go away. They're always going to be there at your fingertips. And another thing that we do talk about is, I know this is like a bonus part, but we talk about using a twin needle. So yes, we did it with decorative stitches. You see them right here where we actually had some fun with variegated thread and different decorative stitches. It's like having twice as many stitches when you stitch them out with a twin needle or a double needle. Now people always ask me, like, how do you set up for two spools of thread and how does the machine know I've got a twin needle on? We go through all of those videos and techniques to help you master that. And another thing we do like, this machine does have a free arm, so anytime you're getting into smaller areas or cuffs or sleeves or pant legs, we can pull that off and there's plenty of room for all your extra fabric to slide on here. There is the place where you can lower the feed dogs. It's actually behind this free arm since it's off right now. There's a lever on the back, so like I know some machines you just cover them up with another plate, which makes it really thick underneath here. That is one thing that I'm glad this machine has, where I can lower the feed dogs. And one of the things we do also teach, speaking of lowering feed dogs, is how to free motion quilt on this machine. So we go into specifics about learning to adjust your speed and how to get your stitches to all be the same length. Yes, you do need an optional free motion quilting foot. You do need to buy that separately for this machine, but the machine itself can handle free motion quilting. So if that is something that you've kind of wanted to do, you haven't tried yet, we give you lots of tips, what needles to use, trying out different threads, and how to adjust your tension for free motion quilting. So all in all, this is an easy to use machine. Oh, I almost forgot one more thing. There is a kind of like a little sewing advisor right down here. We were using those throughout the videos. If you're working with certain fabrics, woven fabrics, or stretch fabrics. You can pick the technique that you're working on. And the little chart here will tell you what stitch you need to pick, which foot, what the tensions should be set at, and what your stitch length and width is. So I totally forgot about this handy dandy thing. I was using it the whole time and realized it's just something I kind of take for granted, that it's always there. And then also working with fabric like leather or vinyl, it has suggestions along the way for all the different techniques. Yes, these are symbols. We do teach you how to read these symbols, and in the manual there is actually a chart that will define what each of these are for. So love it. Every foot that's listed are all feet that came with the machine, and everything's just right at your fingertips. So I super love that little hidden gem on this particular machine. So I hope you'll check out all of our free video tutorials, learn how to do all these techniques, learn how to take care of it, learn the right thing about needles, the right way to put bobbins in, all those things that you need to know. We have taken care of all the free video tutorials for you. Plus, if you're looking for online courses, check out that Stitching Cosmos online course to help you master this beautiful machine from beginning to end. I hope to see you in one of our classes soon.